Hi Scorpio, hope you're well. We'll be taking a moment to choose a card to represent the energies and messages that you need right now that are pertinent for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising for this week. As always, my intention is for the very highest good, and that these messages are relatable and helpful for you. Thanks for taking a moment to sit and hear these messages today. Or stand, I don't know, maybe you're standing. A lot of times I listen to videos when I'm cooking, so however I'm joining you, thanks. Oy, oy. So, Scorpio, this is probably a slightly familiar card if you do a lot of this type of work, because I feel like it's very Scorpionic. It's the Death card. And so, yeah, the card came in a reversal. And what I'm interpreting that is a stagnation as some sort of disorder of energies of what this card represents. So what the card of death can represent in general is it can represent death, whether that's death of a person, death of a relationship, death of a part of yourself, and also transformation. It is definitely like leaving behind the old, letting go of how we saw ourselves, and allowing ourselves to be made new. No matter what you have set up, you cannot change that life has what it has in store for us. You know, this person is clothed in gold and they're begging for their lives, you know, alongside people who live off of the land, basically. And nobody is able to stop the transformational energies of our lives. What we can do is recognize that we are who we are, what we are, transcends and goes beyond our own idea of ourselves, what we are and who we are. Okay, before I get any deeper, I'm going to take a moment to work with the Oracle deck to see about the energies that might be blocked or out of order right now. I'm working with Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle, and it's one of my favorites. And I just want to see for the Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising, what's going on with the energies right now? Is there some message that can help these energies to come into order for us or for them? All right, y'all. It's the Peace card. So, when it's upside down, when it's reversed, when things are out of order because of how we relate to the changes in our life, take a moment to center yourself, to feel peace, to connect to your divinity, to allow that divine to bring you the peace. And that can help the energies to come back into balance. Now, this could be also allowing yourself to go through the grieving process for whatever's taking place, even if it's grieving for a belief that you had about how the world worked or about how you work, you know, how things work for you. Maybe now it's time to move through those stages of grief and find that acceptance and find that peace. I think it's time to consider, check your resistance to the changes of life, because when we have our feet, when we have our heels digging into the ground, sometimes it can just make things a little bit more painful, right? Yeah, so call upon the presence of peace in your life. Ask for a sign that the coast is clear to live again. Connect to what your idea of holiness is. So if you're a Christian, connect to the Holy Spirit, connect to those sacred aspects of your belief system. If you're a pagan person, maybe connect to um, that higher power that you call upon, whatever that might be, and ask them for help. Ask them to allow you. Ask them for help through imbuing your experience with the energy of their peace, because you are actually getting ready to be reborn in some way. And so take a breath, center yourself, because you're going to be needing some strength to break out of your shell. Okay? For the Scorpio Sun people, I would say that sometimes we are so narrowly stuck in the present situation that we're not able to see the path ahead of us. That there's a lot of wisdom that this moment has for us, and we are passing through um, a gate into a new way of living life. So, yeah, we might try and escape things a little bit, but just be patient with yourself and know that, especially when you call on divinity, when you call on that higher help to be with you, that higher help, by the way, is, I believe, within us. And we call it out from within us sometimes, or we call it down. It depends on how we see things that day. But yeah, I feel that this process is going to bring you into a new light and new birth. For the Scorpio moon people, I see you as possibly feeling the need to let everybody know what you're going through, um, but doing that in a way that is maybe like a little bit presented as harsh. Yeah, you are going through a lot, and that's true. And so, what I would say is also be compassionate that there are others in your sphere that are going through similar stuff. And through that compassion, maybe you can have uh, be receptive to the grace of knowing that we're not alone in this path, and that can open us up to healing, and that can open us up to connecting with ourselves again. And for Scorpio rising, I think this is a bit of a heavy week for you guys, but what I'm going to say is you'll make it through. You'll make it through. You've got to let go. You've got to let go and trust. Remember to call on your divinity. Remember to call on your divinity. It's a lot to do with surrender. To be able to go through this transformation. Yeah. Well, Scorpio, I pray that divine grace be with you all. That this week is better than I've described for you, and that you have the flexibility, that you have the divine grace to make it through, to shift your perspective, and see things in a favorable light. Yeah, I pray for the best for you, and that you have a great week. Okay, thanks for taking a moment, and we'll see you soon.